What's up, guys? Welcome back to Tamara Recipes. Now let's make some delicious baked chicken. I am going to add my seasoning, and I'm also going to add a little oil. Alright, but before all of that, guys, make sure you wash your chicken nicely. And I did flatten my chicken breast, because you know chicken breast, if you don't flatten it, it's not going to cook evenly and it's going to be trashy. Now I have some all-purpose, some chicken seasoning, a teaspoon of brown sugar, I have black pepper, onion and garlic powder. Now I'm gonna mix all of them together, and then I'm going to add it to my chicken. Now guys, it may seem as if it's a lot of seasoning, but no, it's not. It's just a teaspoon of each. Alright, except the black pepper. I think I use half a teaspoon of black pepper. Now just mix all your dry seasonings together, and then we're gonna add all of that on our chicken. Now guys, I did not add any salt because the powder season have salt already. So after adding my seasoning, I'm going to add some chili powder, which is optional, but I do love it in my baked chicken. And I'm also going to add some paprika for color. Now the chili powder do give it some color as well. That's the reason I did not add a whole lot of paprika. Alright, now guys, I'm going to add some oil. Now when I use the oil, it allows the seasoning to stick onto your chicken. Now before you add any seasoning to your chicken, wash it nicely, and then you want to allow the excess liquid to drain off, because you know you want all of that nice seasoning to stick onto your chicken. Now use a nice clean hands, or if you want to use some gloves or whatever. Season your chicken nicely, and then I'm going to marinate mine overnight. Now guys, rub the chicken nicely with the seasoning so that your chicken can season well and full of flavor. Alright, so I'm gonna marinate my chicken overnight. I like to use a knife just to poke the chicken so that all of that flavor can just go right down into the chicken, guys, and when you eat it, pack with flavor. Alright, so especially the chicken breast can be flavorless, so you want to ensure that you poke it nicely. Alright, so this is the next day, guys. I allowed my chicken to thaw before I am placing it to bake. Now you want to preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Now guys, I did grease my baking container. I didn't realize that I needed a bigger container, guys, so I'm gonna make it work. Alright, make sure you use a bigger container than mine to bake your chicken in. So we're gonna try and fit all our chicken pieces, because I can't bother to change no baking pan right now. Alright, so make sure your oven is preheated at this point. I don't want to place any cold chicken in the oven. Alright, you want it to be fully thawed before. If you put the cold chicken in the oven, then your chicken going to be trashy. Alright, so you can bake a chicken, of course, with the skin on. I chose to remove mine because I don't eat chicken skin. Alright, so add all of those juices onto your chicken, and then we're gonna place it in the oven. Alright, all these seasonings together do give you a delicious baked chicken. But what if you see me using a seasoning that you don't have? You could always just leave it out or use your favorite powder seasonings. Alright guys, now the chicken bake for 20 minutes, so in total I'm gonna bake for about 55 minutes. So I'm gonna turn it to the other side. Now guys, bear in mind that you could use all of that juice and base your chicken, but today guys, I'm not gonna be doing that. Alright, and my chicken still are good, juicy and nice. Now flip them over, then you want to place it back into the oven. I will share links for other baked chicken recipes in the description box where you can check it out. Now guys, remember I said use a bigger bowl, alright, bigger baking dish. Now there are some fats that were released from the chicken. I like to remove it, guys. I don't like to see it in my baking dish. Now if that not bother you, then I can leave it. Alright, but for me it bother me, so I take it out. Alright, so let's put that back in the oven, and then we're gonna make our sauce. Now I'm gonna add 2 teaspoons of butter or margarine. I'm gonna allow it to melt. I'm gonna add 3 little pieces of ginger. Now the ginger add a little island flavor to it. I'm gonna add some barbecue sauce, I added about half a cup. I'm also going to add half a cup of tomato ketchup. Now if you don't eat tomato ketchup, then just saute some fresh ripe tomatoes in the butter with the ginger before you add your barbecue sauce. Alright, so I added some maple syrup. Now you can always use honey if you don't have any maple syrup. I did add some fresh orange juice, about quarter cup, and I'm gonna mix everybody together. Now I'm gonna allow the sauce to thicken, and then I'm going to place it on my chicken. Alright, now you want to taste the sauce, see if you need anything else. So if you taste it and you want it to be sweeter, then go ahead and add some more maple syrup or honey. Alright, I'm not gonna add any brown sugar because I added brown sugar already to season the chicken. And no guys, my chicken never sweet. Alright, so let the sauce come down some more. When it's thickened, nice and glossy, then you want to place it onto your chicken. So when your sauce looks just like this, you want to place it onto your chicken. Alright guys, now I remove my chicken from the oven. So this is about 45 minutes. So I'm gonna place my sauce onto the chicken, flip it over, and then I'm gonna do the underside, the part that I flipped over, and then I'm going to put it back in the oven and just allow the sauce to stick on the chicken. Alright, so at this point you could turn up your oven temperature, or you can turn your stove on broiler. Alright, because you want the sauce to stick onto your chicken and make your chicken pretty and nice. Alright guys, so you could always go ahead and use like a pastry brush to bake your chicken, but for me guys, it is fine using a spoon. It goes even faster. Or you could just pour the sauce from the pot, or put it in a container and then pour it onto the chicken. Now you could always mix the sauce that was in the container that was released from the chicken in the gravy, but either way you still are gonna mix together while when you add the sauce and you put it back in the oven. So I didn't bother to do that, but sometimes I do it like that. Alright guys, as I said, I'm gonna share other baked chicken recipes, and I have many upcoming baked chicken recipes as well that you will love. Alright, so if you're interested in the recipe, I'm gonna leave all the ingredients that I use, and of course if you try the recipe, you comment down below and give me your feedback. Alright, so let us add our barbecue sauce onto the underside of the chicken that we flipped over. Then we're gonna put it back in the oven. So as a reminder, when you finish doing this step, you want to put it on boiler. If you don't have boiler, just turn up your oven temperature, and you allow it to bake for an additional 10 to 15 minutes just for the sauce to be sticky and nice. Alright, so if you have bigger pieces of chicken, then you want to bake a chicken for a longer time than mine. In total, mine will take about 55 to 1 hour. Alright, now this is how my chicken looks after I remove it from the oven. Now guys, I totally forgot to remove the sauce that was around the perimeter of the baking dish, hence you can see that the edges were burnt like the dish. Yes guys, so I'm just adding some dry parsley flakes onto my chicken, and then I'm just gonna plate up some and show you the end product. Now I'm having mine with some pasta and some curry rice. I hope you enjoy the recipe. Stay blessed. So I will also list the pasta and the curry rice recipe down below so you can check it out.